we are on location in Metropolis. We got the state directors with us today for Iowa. We're going to go over some things, talk about how the season's going, and we may talk a little bit about how today went. But all I can tell you, it is hot. Very hot. So we got Steve and Jaime Brecount with us, and we'll talk. Well, what have you guys thought so far about how the season's gone?
Season's going great. Numbers have been up at every qualifier. We've gotten a lot of growth from a lot of new shooters this year. Our individual qualified shooters were up to
183.
183.
Really? 183 now.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I was trying to remember what it was last year, like 160 something, I think.
We have a lot of
before
inquiries
state,
like on
so.
Facebook and everything, people messaging us, wanting to know more information. And so it's definitely growing, and hopefully we get some more Western region clubs.
Yep. How many people were at the statue? The chocolate
Did
statue?
you? I think you counted 30.
Yep, something like that.
So
I don't have the picture in front of me to count because it's on his phone.
Yeah,
Right.
still, we brought 30 people down to Metropolis.
Well,
At least there's more.
There was
There's more.
30 people to have the
Statue.
picture taken at Superman.
Yeah.
There's probably, I'm going to guess, at least another 15 maybe.
Yeah, because we got our Wisconsin guys that religiously at our shoots.
Yeah, we
Yep.
adopted
I
them.
mean, because they don't have an association, correct?
Right.
So
Yep.
that helps a lot.
Absolutely.
They're traveling. I mean, it's just great how we can.
Yeah, because we're also getting guys from Minnesota.
Yep.
You know, shooters from Wisconsin, Minnesota,
New
Illinois.
Mexico.
Yeah, we had the one.
Yeah, the
Yep.
one from
Yep.
New Mexico, the
Yep.
state director there, Larry.
So,
But,
and I think the clubs have done a wonderful job this year.
Yes.
Course setup wise.
Yep, they're everybody seems to me like everybody's trying to improve their course. You know, trying to improve what they're doing. Flint River stepped up. And they worked on their course a little bit better, stretched it out a little bit more. Bringing the S3DA kids in this year, awesome.
That was awesome.
That was good. Davenport Valley, they set up a completely different course this year.
It wasn't bad.
No,
it was nice. It was nice.
It was good,
It
easy
flowed
walking.
well.
Yeah,
It really
absolutely.
did. It flowed really well.
Yeah, it was a good. They had
Yeah.
it laid out pretty good to where you weren't getting lost and you kind of knew where you're going. There
Yep.
was one little corner there that
Yeah, the loop had a few people confused, but I thought that was great how they set that up.
And you guys didn't get to shoot border, but as a new club, they set up a killer course.
Yeah.
You might as well just tell them. You might as well just say it.
I think they outdid you.
Oh yeah.
I really do.
What he's really talking about is like length and like annoyance of footing and all that.
Yeah.
It had every aspect you're ever going to see anywhere.
Right.
They had downhills, they had flat, they had dark, they had light.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucked it rained both days.
Right.
But Don and that crew,
Oh yeah.
it was, and it was challenging.
I think Don, was planning on it for a couple of years coming on. And then, like I said, this year they, finally set it in stone and joined up to have a shoot. So
I mean, you can tell the courses that are challenging just by the scores.
Yep.
Unless you're rolling in Alex.
Rolling Alex.
I shot a pretty low score there. Alex didn't shoot there, but yeah, most of that
I'm talking about
really.
Steve's
Oh,
course.
Steve's. Yeah, yeah. It was definitely below my average.
Yeah. I did when I enter all those scores. I noticed that too. I'll notice like how many are up and how many are down, and what the average is. So yeah, and which ones usually get to stay for shooter of the year? Like which ones are usually dropped? There's a kind of a pattern there too to look at. But
I don't. After this year's setup, I don't know if you could pick one not to go to,
Right.
because you just don't know what you're gonna get.
Yep.
I mean, you really don't. Because maybe like Flint River before was always everybody figured easy. Well, they stretch that stuff out another 5 yards. Mm-hmm. That changes everything.
Yep.
I mean, even the short targets, you still got to make the shot, and you know damn well we're over aiming.
Oh yeah, you over aim, and you know, a lot of times when you over aim, you hit right underneath them. So.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been good. So something new we did this year was MVP.
Yep.
Which,
that was Jamie's idea. She wanted to, kind of showcase it more or less. Wants to showcase an archer that represents the sport well, is willing to help out, help other shooters, and we have a couple of standouts that have some votes that I think will be good. So
I really wanted to call it Miss Congeniality Award. I really did.
but still,
we still might.
but still, that's
on the trophy or whatever.
Yeah, Miss Congeniality.
that's something great. I mean, so you just
how world peace.
Yep, you just picked up the buckles for shoot of the year.
Yep.
How many classes?
We're sitting at 9, so I don't have it right in front of me, but I think if everyone goes to Lepic shoot, I think we'll still sit at 9.
Yeah,
That's
9
good.
shooter to year buckles.
Because there were several classes that they were right there. They just needed 1 or 2 more shooters to go to 1 or 2 more shoots.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it got too late for that to happen. So, we're down. It's going to be, I think we're guaranteed 9, at least 8 classes for sure. But I know there's some shooters that need to shoot 1 more to get that other class qualified, and I'm pretty sure they'll show up at Lepic.
So do you think by having shooter of the year in K40, it's drawn more people?
Yeah, a little bit. I think quite a few of our new K40 shooters don't really
Understand it?
understand and know a whole lot about it. Just more or less what we posted on Facebook. Some of the new K40 shooters, they're just, they've shot local shoots and they, wanted to try ASA, and of course, 99% of the time you shoot one ASA, you want to shoot them all. So
Yeah, 100%.
So it's just that much addicting to get out and shoot. So.
It's just, I think it's the format.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know where else you can shoot your bow and have the risk reward challenge all the time.
Yep.
I mean, I remember my first year doing it, and it was fun.
Yeah.
We didn't. Well, that was the first year we had it. What did we have? 4 shoots.
Yep.
And I was hooked then.
Yep.
It doesn't take much to get hooked on it, I guess.
Yep. No. Yeah, I know. So, I know. Before we got it going in Iowa, there was, I think there was like 15 ASA members in Iowa that went to the national stuff.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, that's exploded once we got it going. Got it going in Iowa.
Well,
so
a lot of it nobody knew about it.
Right. I think when you hit the people hit pro-ams, and they get a little more serious about it because it's a lot of fun to shoot with pro-am, and then they want to take it to that next level. So, and I think with the national ASA giving us targets to grow, because all of our clubs had Reinhardt targets, and so I didn't say give us targets, but they allowed us to purchase.
They gave us a range to sell.
So
is what it was.
So
to use and sell at the end of the year.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems like that was a really good idea on their part, just because it's like they all had IBOs, and I know at least like a few clubs that I know of. They're just like, dude, we're not buying for ASA,
right.
So it's
it's expensive.
I mean, once it got, we got the first 2 years going, clubs started seeing it, and they, Echo Valley, they bought a range. They actually bought a used range from a family that used to come to the ASA shoots, and they had 28 targets with all the stands and everything. And they were kind of getting out of it because I think the kids were growing up, getting ready to go to college or something like that. And then, so Echo Valley bought those. Of course, Flint River last year.
They bought a range.
Pheasants Forever donated the money for them to buy that
Yeah.
range. And then
T.O. bought a range.
T.O. bought the second range.
We bought the second range there, and
Yep.
the plan was never to host an outdoor shoot.
Yep.
But the fact now that I can host an indoor, I mean, it's hard to do a state qualifier indoor.
Right.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
But now I can still host an ASA scoring shoot.
Right. And
Get guys more practice in the winter.
Give more practice than people that, heard of ASA and are kind of still a little on the fence at trying it.
Mm-hmm.
They go to TO and shoot one of your scrambles or your team shoot, and hey, this is fun. Let's go.
Yeah.
Chair's trying to break on me. So let's go try an ASA. And I think I know. Well, there's probably a half dozen of the new K40 guys that shoot TO.
Yep.
They're new at it, so.
Yeah.
So
So-
that helped out quite a bit too. So
We should probably talk about state
yep,
coming up. Well, first we got Lepics. Lepics will be the last qualifier.
yep,
So the last qualifier, you got the Gavin Maines Award is tight.
that's it. Yep,
It is tight.
That's
Yeah.
That's going to be the determining factor of the Gavin Maines.
Yeah.
Because we're not adding state to that one.
And Roland won it last year.
Yep.
Nowhere. I didn't shoot.
But Roland was last year's winner of the Gavin
Yeah.
Maines. So,
Roland
You know.
was last year's winner by a lot.
yeah, by a lot.
Said he shot very well last year.
This year, it's fun seeing how close stuff.
Yep.
Even the Shooter of the Year races are tight.
Yep.
I mean, it's just fun.
Yep. The
Yep.
funny
So-
thing about the shooter of the year is it's not done until state shoot.
Yeah.
You know,
state
They could
shot-
go either way.
Somebody can
Yeah.
be 10 points, 15 points ahead and have a really bad day at state shoot. And, you
Yeah.
know,
And you guys are still doing, I don't know if you did before, but like the top baler or whatever, like peer grouping them.
we're going to try what we'd like to do. Jamie's trying to set it up for people to pre-register.
So we can peer
What-
appropriate.
Now, what I would like to do, the top 5 guys in each class, however it works, if they can get together and plan on shooting the same day, if it's possible, if they could shoot the same day, I'd appreciate everybody to do that.
That'd be the best. Yeah.
Because, that way we can try to, have a better chance of having our top peer guys shooting together the same day.
That'd
so-
be cool.
100%. I mean, that's part of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get peered up and low and okay.
Yeah, we
Yep.
just want to raise that bar to be as much of like a pro-am
Yep.
as we just don't want to relax stuff and
Yeah.
relax rules. We want our shooters to be at these pro-ams and say, "Yep, I'm from Iowa and we got some good shooters from here and got a good group of people that we all mingle with and talk to and make
Yep.
friends." And so,
Yep.
yeah.
And Iowa does represent well at the national level too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yep.
Like at least you're thinking like probably 45 or so
Yep.
here from
Yep.
in Metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nuts. My
Yep.
my stuff's gonna run out of storage, I guess, not even battery. So there you go.
Yeah. So I talked to Pat and Jake, and they're going to change the course up quite a bit from
Yeah.
what the qualifier was. So
Yep.
that'll be a good change.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
I mean,
excited
they-
to have the
he-
state there.
even their change at this year's qualifier from last year.
Yeah.
Just changing it up a little bit, so that everything's not the same.
Yeah.
And then they said they're going to do the state completely different also.
Yeah.
So,
And with Lepic being the last one, it's not going to be a cakewalk
no,
for a qualifier.
no.
No, not at all.
Yeah, he's going to put a heck of a course together. I mean, he got a great facility.
Yep.
So
Yep.
then we'll probably announce who's doing state next year.
We will announce the location for state 2024 at the state shoot.
Okay.
So-
Perfect.
So you already know? Or
Yep.
no? Okay, cool.
Yep, we got it figured out. So
Yeah, we can't give hints. Yeah, stay tuned.
yep. So
Probably a pretty good guess, but
I think
yeah,
it's in
so-
the Hawkeye
any,
State.
Any
Yeah.
any club wanting to do ASA state for 2025, for years to come, they need to get a hold of us, and kind of, present their side of why they should shoot state and what they can bring to the table.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of
for the
that
state
comes
shooters.
to their support. Club support is
Absolutely.
everything.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
they need to have their help
Yep.
there. So
100%. I mean. So.
Yep.
So.
could you imagine having all these 184 shooters come and shoot in state?
Oh, I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
That'd be heck.
Hopefully they come split day. 'Cause
Right,
Well,
still
well,
90. We'd have
if we
to
were-
open up a couple more ranges.
If we were getting to that point, you know, like Illinois, you know, they have a big state shoot, and what they do, they break it down to
Line
they'll have
times.
a shoot time in the morning and shoot time in the afternoon on Saturday, and on Sunday they'll have another one, and you know they more or less limit to where the shooters are sitting to shoot.
Oh,
So,
really? That's what I was gonna ask you. Is like, how many shooters do you think they have, or do you know
I can't remember. It was.
if they're limiting?
I mean, the last one we went to for the
Around
Illinois State,
200
there
shooters.
was over 200 shooters.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yep.
Yep.
We were their adopted children there for a little while
Yeah.
until we decided that we wanted Iowa to have an ASA.
Yeah. See, the year that she met Mike down in Texas was I had already said something to her about we need one in Iowa. You
Yeah.
know,
And
then when she met Mike on the practice or on the team shoot,
Mm-hmm.
and
In Hopkins.
then after the team shoot, she come and found me and told me about it. Perfect.
And you talking about Mike from
Smith.
Mike Smith
from
Mike and Tracy,
Smith.
yeah.
who used to.
Run.
They used to run the Texas Federation.
Yep.
Yep.
They were directors for 2 years.
I don't remember how long.
Yeah,
Oh, no, for Iowa.
the first
Oh.
2 years.
Yeah.
The first 2 years of Iowa,
Yeah.
they were the directors. So.
Yep.
Yep.
And how long were you guys shooting like the national stuff or even different state stuff before
Oh,
the Iowa State ASA
at least.
became about?
Oh,
We shot Illinois for
several years. I want to say I have Facebook memories that go back to like 2011.
yeah.
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 I mean, I'm getting old. So,
So, I mean, you guys have worked up the ranks. I mean, in your class, because
Yeah.
where'd you start out class wise?
I started off. Well, we both started off in hunter class.
Okay.
That first year, we shot. The first year we shot, like I said, can't remember the year, but we started off in Texas, London, and Metropolis. We shot those three. Then after those three, we decided, you know what, we're gonna hit them all. So after that, we
Changed
stepped
our
up,
setup.
Shot all of them.
Yeah.
we changed our setup
Well,
with a single
Well,
pin.
you shot hunter class the second year, and I went to open. I went to open B the second year.
Yeah.
So
Was that your kind of intro to like target archery? You're like, man, I need to get these bars or whatever. These long
no,
bars.
it was I've been shooting bows. I'm 47 years old. I've been shooting bows since I was 5.
Okay.
My first 3D shoot, just a local 3D shoot, I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And of course that hooked me back then. And a lot of the clubs around us, growing up in my teen years, a lot of the clubs around us just started disappearing.
I was going to ask you, like, where was it in Iowa? What was your first? Do you remember what the club was?
Southeast Iowa Bow Hunters in West Point, Iowa.
Is that still around?
No.
Oh, damn.
No,
it's-
that's been gone since 80.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna say 86 or 87 is when they closed that one down.
And you guys used to go to Toddville quite a bit.
Toddville, the Waltonians, they had their big rendezvous every year, which was, a lot of ASA shoots. You're getting 18 to 2,000 shooters. The rendezvous in Toddville had over 2,000 shooters
Holy
every
crap.
year.
Wow.
Every year. I mean,
That-
it was big because they, all of their targets were homemade targets.
Almost
You
like
know,
a Redding thing where they look different.
kind of like that. They had a 10-foot polar bear. They had a life-size moose.
Really?
Just
That's pretty awesome.
all kinds of neat targets, and that was my introduction to the bigger shoots, but it still wasn't an actual national tournament type of deal.
Yeah.
So your first national was an ASA then?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did we do
Actually, no,
Pro-Am?
Or did you guys do IBO?
No. I was thinking we did Iowa Pro-Am.
No,
The
'cause
indoor.
we were shooting ASA by then.
Oh, okay.
Because my first indoor tournament was at Presley's.
Oh, okay. I remember that now.
Yeah, because I shot
That would
Presley's
have Midwest Open.
Midwest Open now.
Yep.
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 Yep. Because
Yeah.
back then Presley's was 200 shooters, so you had to sit there at the computer, have everything in there, hit the button at midnight when they opened up registration, and then wait 8 hours to find out if you got in. You know, but
What was that?
What was
Was
that?
that Warren?
Said unless you knew the guy.
Oh.
No. But overall, we're happy with how ASA has grown in Iowa. I mean, at the national level, we are getting recognized as one of the fastest growing states and most shooters
Yep.
at the qualifiers. And, you know, if you kind of look at other state federations and look at the numbers, you know, you kind of do a good comparison. Granted, you know, certain states are really big where it's probably hard for someone to travel 8 hours to do a qualifier, where, you know, in Iowa, we're, you know, 3 to 4 hours away from each qualifier. And I think that is one unique benefit of for our state as well.
I think that's why we have the bigger numbers with our qualifiers too, because we're not so saturated that people are tired of going to them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like being from Iowa, like, we'll take Foley, for example. Mm-hmm. None of us shot outside before we went to Foley.
right?
Yeah.
And we went down there, we had a lot of people in the top 10.
Yep.
A lot. And that
Yeah.
proves to show what as being a rep with you guys, what we've accomplished
Yep.
in the state. I
Yep.
mean, I think we have people podium in almost every pro-am or in the top 10
Yep.
this year, correct?
Yep.
I believe
Roland?
so. We've had some top tens.
Jeff carries us pretty hard, but yeah.
Yeah, Hopkins, he's a good help with that.
Yep.
So
But it's still, I mean, it
Yeah.
proves to show that
Yeah.
we're a state to really be reckoned
Yep.
with.
yeah, and we, you know, it takes everybody. It takes the clubs, takes the shooters, takes, you know, the directors, takes the, you know, members. Just you got to have everybody putting their hands in to help. So it's not a one man show, that's for sure.
Yep.
And
And that's a huge thing with the clubs because you know, when that first year, you know, we had four shoots, and they were all down in the southeast corner.
Yes. Yes,
And,
they were.
You know, a lot of the northern guys, you need to have one, such and such do one. I had to tell them, say, you know what? I said, I can go talk to a club till I'm blue in the face. I said, if the shooters aren't telling the clubs that this is what they want, this is what they want to do, you know, said I can't make a club do anything.
I know.
So that's when, you know, some of the other clubs started coming on board because a lot of the northern guys, you know, like Echo Valley, you know, a lot of the Echo Valley members shoot ASA.
Yeah.
And you know, Travis and Milo they're awesome when it comes to
Oh,
promoting.
club.
They're promoters.
They promote.
big time, big time.
And they know how to do raffles and
Yeah.
Yep.
make that extra money.
So,
But
I
that-
mean, the first 2 years trying to get clubs was tough.
Yep.
But now it's starting to gain traction. We're getting a lot more that, okay, I want one. I mean,
yeah, what does it
Well,
take to get into
yeah.
a club? And
is there going to come a point we're going to have to choose?
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
and-
only have a window in
Yeah.
Iowa.
Yeah, we have a
Maybe
real
we've
short
had one
window.
almost
I mean,
every weekend since April.
Yes,
Right. I mean, April through July. That's
that's our window.
And-
that's it.
Yeah, that's our window. We can't host it.
Yep.
Well, so to add to this, so from what I understand, like Kentucky or Illinois, I think like they'll literally have, or maybe it's North Carolina, I'm thinking, but they'll have like 3 on the same weekend, just like different parts of the state or whatever.
They have to be. I'm trying to remember.
Over
I think
100 miles.
Over 100 miles.
Really?
Away from each other.
We might be able
Now-
to do that pretty
Well,
easy.
here's the big problem with that is, you know, all our clubs right now are, you know, we're averaging the bottom side. We're averaging 60 shooters,
Okay.
you know, per club.
We've had a lot
if
of
we
80s.
split it, if
Gotcha. Yeah.
like if I had one and Echo Valley had one on the same weekend,
They'll hurt
Yeah,
the
you
you,
kinda
you,
numbers.
stealing
you would
from
think
them.
you would think people are going to go up shoot this one, then they're going to go down the next day and shoot that one. It doesn't work that way. Somebody's going to say, well, I can drive an hour this way or I can drive 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot the one an hour away, then have
Plus-
my next day.
We don't get to see everybody if we're all split up.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it goes.
Right. And I think it doesn't. You don't get the ASA experience by diluting it down.
I get what
And-
I think.
yeah.
I agree with you. Once you put that, you get that because I don't really think, especially at the numbers we're at. Like if we like exploded, maybe, but yeah.
Right.
I mean, we might be able to justify a couple clubs in the western region to attract new shooters.
Well,
Yep.
because they could pull from Nebraska.
They
Yeah.
could,
Southern
yeah,
Missouri.
Missouri,
Yeah.
yeah.
And northern Missouri. But
Yeah, that's a long drive.
I don't know. But you're right. I don't think you'd have to choose.
Right.
And I don't know how many of us could choose.
Right.
I mean, because I go to all of them,
Yep.
you know.
And then, it can mess your shooter of the year numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
Skew
The
them,
shooter of the
yeah.
year would have to definitely we would have to sit down
And figure out what
completely draw up a guideline for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think right now I'd love to have at least one out in the western part of the state.
Yeah.
At least just to try to build up interest that way.
Because I know Randy Meyer, he lives in that side of the state. He come to Border.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna
I
come-
think I talked to him on the.
I've been talking with him, and he's going to work on them to host one.
Yeah, and that's what it
Because they
takes.
have
Yeah.
the ASA insurance, that club.
That the Southwest
The Southwest Iowa club
Yeah.
has it. So,
Yeah, and they've contacted us a couple of times.
Yeah, it's
then-
a 4-H club that contacted
Is it
us.
the 4-H club?
Yeah, wasn't that the one
okay?
in
'Cause I was
Greenfield?
thinking they'd
think so.
contacted us once about doing one, and when it come time to do the schedule, they, we just never heard from them again.
Yeah.
But
we're growing. That's all that we can do.
Yeah.
yep,
I mean, like we went K50, we had 3 of us last year.
yep.
Now there's at least
And
a dozen.
there was only 2 of us the year before.
Yeah.
and me and Alex
Yep. Then I bumped
shot.
up
Then you
because
bumped up.
I wanted to
then-
try it, and now we got all kinds of people
Yeah.
there.
And we
Now
got
we
some
got a good
pink and
handful
black
of 'em.
steaks out there for y'all. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
But-
enroll, it's just
But anyway, back to talking a little bit about state. This year, and from years on, we're bumping up the fee for state to $35, which ASA guidelines is kind of that way. Shooting 35 for state for the simple fact that it's a state shoot. You should be shooting for a little bit more, a little bit.
a little more serious.
Your payback's going to be higher. The club's going to get a little bit more money. So
Yeah, the payback was kind of serious. What was it again? Like the projection you put up, was it like $200 for first, or was it
it
something
was
like that?
close to 300, wasn't it?
Was it
Yeah.
300?
290 something for
First.
first.
For on that K40, like if
For
all
K40 with that number,
all the
with that-
37 shooters that would shoot at state, it was first and second. I mean, it
Yep.
was a good payout. It was
Yeah.
something like you would get at a pro-am.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and the
Yep.
structure is like
Yeah.
with the ASAs, they like pay pretty deep and pretty good pretty deep.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like first is 290 or whatever it was, and second's like 100. It's like second's like 200 something.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Good pocket of change there.
right.
So yeah, we
but with the raising fees, it gives, and so right now it's $25 fees for the qualifiers. It goes $10 back to the shooter, $10 to the club, and $5 goes to ASA. So with the bump up, it'll be $15 to the shooter, $15 to the club, and then $5 goes to ASA.
well, that's
So
great.
so it helps out the club a little bit more that host state, and plus it bumps up the payout for the shooters.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
yep.
That is awesome.
yeah, like again,
Originally we probably should have started it out that way. Like Mike and Tracy and everybody. We kind of talked. Well, if we leave it at 25, it won't. Trying to get families to show up. That's one big thing. And of course, the more money the family's got to pay, the less chance that they're going to go to very many of them. But like with state, we didn't want to bump it up to 35 to try to get our numbers up and get rolling. And I think we got to the point now where we more or less needed to help out.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to bat an eye paying 35.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Qualifiers are still going to be 25, but the state shoot's just going to be 35. So.
Yeah.
Well, 35 for an adult. I think is bumped it up for the
I think it's
youth classes, $20.
Yeah.
Something like that instead of 15. So.
I was trying to find my post on the payouts,
Right.
but
Well, it all depends
Yeah.
on what we got for numbers.
what did I have
Right.
here?
We got enough. There's going to be good payouts.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, first place, with all the 37 shooters, first place is gonna pay $277.50. Second place is $166.50, and third is $111. So
And that's if all 37 shooters.
yeah,
in that
all
class.
37, and the max
Yeah.
places we pay out is 3. So
Oh, okay.
at the
gotcha.
state
Yep,
level,
at the
yeah.
state level, it's 6 shooters pays out 2, and
Every
12
5.
and 11
11 on-
shooters pays out 3.
yeah.
Nice. That's like you said. That's literally pro-am level money,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yep.
So
Yep. If we can get that, that fairly close to that number, then payouts are going to be.
Maybe we can do a contingency thing
Pretty
too. You never know. With
You-
some
you
Iowa
don't-
companies, you never
You
know.
don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
Just
That's
have
my
to go-
visionary mind going.
Have to
Okay.
do some.
yeah, if you win and you ate Casey's pizza in the morning.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we do have a week gap between
Yes, we do.
Lepics and state. So what's going on that weekend, Steve?
Well, that is the 3rd annual Boondocks Archery Range 2-man Best Shot Money Shoot.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
It's not
Yep.
going to be easy.
July 15th. Ranges from 4 yards to 70 yards. This I'm doing a little different this year. The first year I had it, I just had an open class. Bow hunters could come shoot their bow hunter stuff too. Last year I split it up. On Saturday I had an open class. On Sunday I had a bow hunter class. Talking to a lot of the people I talked to at the pro-ams and stuff, I always try to push my shoot. And, there's a lot of times you'll hear, well, if it was sooner, I'd come shoot it. Because a lot of times, we had it in August. A lot of times people were getting ready to go out west. So they'd already switched to their hunting bows. And then some of them are actually already heading out to go hunting, antelope hunting. Dalton Hammerstead
Yep.
said they were packing up his buddy's truck right after the shoot off at my shoot for him to head west. So I decided this year, there was an open weekend in July. I thought, I'll have my open class shoot that weekend, so hopefully bring more numbers. Then I'll have a bow hunter class later on in August or September.
That'd be good.
We pay out 50% of the entry fees to the shooters. $100 per team. Then right now I'm sitting at $1,250 added money.
Oh, nice.
And all the sponsorship I get for added money goes to the shooters. So
Okay.
we get none of the sponsorship money. We keep none of that. All that goes to the shooters. So fingers crossed, the next 2 weeks I can hopefully get 3 more sponsors, because I'd love to get that added money up to $2,000.
You're just paying top 3, correct?
Top 3. Yep. And it's a 20 target qualifying round. Top 5 go into the shoot off. Then
You're resetting it to 0.
I'll reset it to 0, because
So-
that's why I'm calling the 20 targets a qualifying round.
Did
To
I
qualify
read
you for the
14s
shoot-off.
are in play during qualifying?
14s are on play.
That
in
was my
play
idea.
during qualifying and the shoot off.
Oh, wow.
So last year it made a pretty good difference. A little bit of shuffle in the shooters that
You're going
went
to
to
get
the
a few shooters that just shoot 14s.
Yeah, it happened.
Right, AJ?
I'm
But-
guilty of that too. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm never
you
gonna
want-
shoot him.
Yeah. But like I said, July 15th, I got a handful of teams right now. I know a lot of people like to wait till it gets closer, kind of watch the weather and stuff like that. But pre-registration, get on Boondocks Archery page and send me a private message with your your name, your team member's name, and a contact phone number, so I can get a call or for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, people seem to like it. Stretch out your shots a little bit.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
It's good practice for the classic
A
too.
70-yard black pig in a dark hole. That's just a wonderful time.
But people come back for more.
I know it. We're just gluten for punishment, but it's fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the neat thing about the team shoot, you don't have to be the best shooter out there. Your partner doesn't have to be the best shooter out there.
Just got to take care of each other.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
All right.
yeah. I think we've covered almost everything.
Yeah, I want everyone to pre-register for state. Get on our Facebook page and get the link, and you can just fill out the form. ASA number, what day you're shooting, and your class. All that gets imported into the spreadsheet to get you guys paired up accordingly. So
It'll save a lot of time.
try to make things move
before the shoot.
smoother.
Because when it comes to that much paperwork, trying to get shuffled in, getting everything put in the computer, that takes a lot of time. So the quicker we can get everything set up and ready to go,
Yeah.
the smoother it'll be.
Well, the
for
main
state,
thing too is
so.
making sure that you're qualified for state, because some people
your
don't have their
your
memberships
membership.
paid up or
Yeah,
something. We
get
got to
a lot
have
of-
it.
We get a lot of calls and messages.
Can they
The
do
week before-
memberships day of?
The day of, yeah, but
day
that's
of,
only
yeah.
good until the end of the year.
Because
Wow.
a lot of
Yeah.
times we'll get messages, phone calls. Says, "Am I qualified?" Said,
Mm-hmm.
so my membership says inactive, but I bought a membership at such and such qualifier.
So
stuff
all
like
that stuff
So-
needs to be worked out prior to
So
the actual state
if
shoot.
if they can get on ASA's website and look at the qualified shooters list, and if they're not on it, get a hold of ASA, get a hold of us.
Right now, if you download the app, it is simple.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
The app is the way to go.
Yep.
If get the ASA app, and it's even registered for shoots on that.
Yeah.
It's a cakewalk.
Yep. Hit a couple buttons and you're done.
Yeah.
So.
yep.
So when does voting end for MVP?
You have to ask me that.
I think it's the 16th, isn't it?
I think you're right.
Yeah,
Is it
the
the
week
16th?
Yep.
before.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So we encourage everyone to get on that and submit your form for that and give a reason why you're nominating this person. And we're getting some. I'm really enjoying the feedback I'm getting for people that
I think
who.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just reading all the comments that people are like, well, this person, I want to nominate this person for this reason. And I was like, oh, it just makes my heart all warm and fuzzy. So,
Perfect.
yeah, that's exactly what I wanted it
Yeah.
for. Yep.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but can they win it multiple times?
Maybe is, yeah. I mean,
Okay,
if they're,
perfect.
Yep.
if they,
So,
if they
get-
keep
get
being an
enough votes
outstanding
and-
person every year,
Yeah.
that's
Nothing wrong with that.
more power to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And might be a bigger award the more years that we go. This is our first year, so we're just kind of testing the waters and seeing how it goes.
Yep.
So, but yeah. All right. I'm ready for steak.
Yep. Steve,
Yeah, since we did win steak money.
you guys
so.
did win steak money.
We won steak money. A lot of Iowans won some steak money.
Yep, not Arby's money, steak money.
Nope. Steak money. Yep.
I know
Well,
Arby's-
you got steak money too.
No.
You didn't?
I got zero fucking. I'll be across the street.
But hey, thank you guys for being on.
Yep. Thanks for having us.
yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this. This is awesome that you do
Oh,
this
it's a lot of fun.
podcast. Yeah. Just to kind of sit and talk and chat and kind of see where things are going. This is awesome. So
Yeah, it's. I think it's helping. I don't know that for sure. I don't.
it,
Hopefully,
it-
Warren gets some feedback. The state field.
Right.
Look
So-
at those guys in the corner too.
Yeah,
But
we got-
they've been patiently waiting.
Yeah.
They're hiding in the
So,
dark.
yeah. That's all we really got.
Yeah,
Yep.
I forgot what to say so on that.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't die tomorrow of heat.
Oh yeah, we'll get another one that's like not scuffed like this. Like we'll have another one. So yeah,
We'll get everybody back on.
I'm just happy we have
Yeah.
air conditioning.
Yeah. Today was hot. I
It was
there's no way
miserable.
around it.
Yep.
It was just hot. So
Yeah.
Yep. It ain't the hottest it's been down here, but
I don't know.
Oh,
we've been here before where it was hot. The whole
I think
time,
when
every day with
when it's
no
hot,
breeze.
it's always hot.
We actually got a
Hot
little
as
bit of breeze here and there today. To back, I can't remember. It was probably 7-8 years ago. It was hot. I mean, there's nothing moving.
But this shoot is amazing here.
Yep.
The amount of people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, is this the biggest one?
I think generally, they usually bring the bigger numbers. Yeah.
I mean,
It's more centrally located in the country, and
Right.
I mean, this is the farthest north they go.
Yep.
yeah,
You know, but
Yep.
well, I think that's all we got for now.
yeah.
We'll sign off and
Go eat some steak
yeah. All right, later.
later.
Bye.